Hello friends, and welcome back to our garden. Today we are going to share a story with you.
It's story time!
It's story time. Are you ready, kiddo?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So have you ever wondered what it'd be like to be an astronaut? Have you?
Yeah, you go up to the moon, you have fun.
Oh yeah?
And you bounce around.
You bounce around. Why are you able to bounce around?
Because there's zero gravity.
There's zero gravity there, huh? Yeah, okay. Well, space is very different from Earth, so living in space is very different too. First of all, there's no air in space, so astronauts have to take oxygen with them in their spacecrafts. To work outside in space, they must put on a special suit.
It requires a helmet, one of those things that you go deep underwater with.
Kind of, yeah.
And a suit.
And a suit.
A white suit.
Yeah, they have to wear something special in order to be there, huh? There's also no gravity in space, so astronauts are weightless. They float. That sounds fun. But on Earth, gravity helps us know which way is up. In space, astronauts can't know if they're standing straight up or sideways or even upside down. That can really play some tricks on your tummy.
Well, I bet their tummy doesn't feel very good.
No. Does your tummy feel good all the time?
No.
No. Sometimes when we feel upset, our tummies feel upset too, huh?
Yeah, because your tummies feel like how you feel.
Yeah. Even catching some shut-eye is different in space.
What's shut-eye?
Sleep.
Oh.
When astronauts sleep in space, they have to tie themselves to something so they don't float around. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine trying to lay down to go to sleep?
And you're just floating around.
And just
everywhere.
floating around, bumping into stuff. So they have to tie themselves to something. Could you imagine, like, it's kind of not, that's how kind of what we're having to do with this stay-at-home stuff, huh?
Yeah, you have to tie yourself up.
We're kind of in a way tied to our homes and to keep other people safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no air or gravity in space. But do you know what there is?
What?
Okay, if you could guess that there's one thing that's everywhere all the time.
Your imagination?
Yes.
God?
God, yeah. He's here on Earth, and he's there in space, and everywhere in between. His presence fills the farthest corners of the universe. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, but I have a question.
Yes.
Where's the end of the universe?
It's such a good question. So in the Bible, it says that God is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He's always there, everywhere, right? So what if space goes on forever?
What's outside space then?
More space.
What's outside that more space?
We don't. I think that's a really good question because no one really knows. No one really knows exactly what's completely further and further and further out there. But we do know that God made all of it. That's how big he is. That's crazy, huh? Like, we're a bunch of tiny little ants in our little anthill. And he made everything else around us.
We're like tiny little germs to him.
We are tiny, tiny, tiny. But there's things even tinier than us, right? Remember that movie, like, Horton Hears a Who? A person's a person no matter how small.
We're like molecules.
Like molecules, yeah. Yeah, okay. His presence fills the farthest corners of the universe, as well as the corner of your heart, all at the same time. So he's everywhere outside.
And everywhere inside.
And everywhere inside. God's great that way. What does that mean for you? Katie did?
That means that God is in us.
Yeah. You remember what we were talking about last night? And how you were telling me, you were asking me if I ever felt a certain way?
Yeah.
You want to ask that? Can you tell me what that was again?
It was like I'm a newborn kid, but I still remember everything.
And you feel that way sometimes? Is it a good feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you feel like that all the time, or just sometimes, or do you just felt it once?
Yeah, I felt it sometimes.
Sometimes? So like, you're a newborn kid, but you still remember all of the stuff that you've always remembered.
Yeah.
So you're still Kadence, but you're new. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah? I felt that way too, I think. You know, when Jesus...
like you think you're just like a tiny dot and you're just having a dream.
Like you're just a tiny dot in this big, huge world. And what did you tell me that you felt like you were? Like in outer space? Like what?
Well, I was in outer space and I'm just a little star. And Earth didn't exist, and Mars and Jupiter.
And you were just a star and everything else was around you was moving?
Yeah.
You're just a light right out there. Well, we're supposed to let our light shine when we have Jesus in our hearts. So I think...
Let it shine.
Let it shine. Let it shine. Yeah. All right, I'm going to finish?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So what does it mean for you that you have Jesus in your heart? It means that whenever you're feeling upside down,
You're right
whether
side up.
you're right side up. Whether you're on a roller coaster, in a spaceship, or in a really uncomfortable situation and not sure what to do, God is right there with you. Tie yourself to Him. He'll show you which way is up, which way to go, and what to do. You want to say a prayer with me?
Yeah.
Okay. God, my mind just can't think big enough thoughts
My mind just can't think big enough thoughts
to describe how great you are.
to describe how great you are.
You made me.
You made me.
You
out
made
of little stardust.
you made this earth,
You made this earth.
and you made every star in space.
And you made every star in space.
You are amazing.
You are amazing.
Amen.
Amen.
Astronauts get to eat all kinds of different foods.
Yeah, they get to eat watery foods. It's like flat and weird.
It is like flat and weird. They get to eat macaroni and cheese to freeze-dried ice cream. But there are a few things they can't have.
What?
They can't have cookies, or crackers, or bread. Why? You know why? Would you want to know why?
Yeah.
Because the crumbs would end up floating around and getting into the equipment or into the astronauts' eyes. So astronauts eat tortillas instead. They do get to have salt and pepper, but it's in liquid form.
Ew!
That's all it's for today. Did you enjoy that story? Is there anything you'd like to add before we say goodbye?
Nope.
No? All right.
But I do wish to try astronaut food one day.
I want to try... No, I don't want to try astronaut food one day. I think I'm okay.
I don't want to try salt and pepper though. After I heard
Liquid salt pepper.
Blah. I guess it like tastes like salt,
Probably.
but I don't think it sounds like
Salt is made from sodium and chloride.
Did you know that if an astronaut wants to wash his hands, then water forms all around the hand?
They do? How cool is that?
And they have to use their toothpaste and their toothbrush a certain way.
I bet they do. Yeah. All right. Can you and your girls say, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.
I hope you have a nice day.
See you later, alligator.
Well, I'll come now.
Bye-bye, butterfly.
Bye.